Hi, I'm Sarah from Someday Sarah. This is the second step for making a word motif filet crochet doily. In this video, we will begin to plan out your filet crochet. The first step is working out how many stitches you are going to need to make your first row of your project. The two most common ways that we can make filet crochet both use double crochet stitches. The stitches themselves are in small groups or boxes. The boxes are either open or closed. One variation uses 2 stitches and the other uses 3. A filled box would have 3 double crochets. With thinner thread and a tiny hook, it is possible to make each empty box have 1 chain and 1 double crochet. A filled box would have 2 double crochets. When you use thicker thread or yarn, you make a larger project. Always remember to make your hook size match your yarn size. Both of these samples that I made are with size 10 cotton thread. The smaller one was done with a 1.5 millimeter hook and 2 double crochets per square. And the bigger one was done with a 2 millimeter hook and 3 double crochets per square. I much prefer the look of the bigger one. With thicker yarn, you make each empty box have 2 chains and a double crochet. When I make filet crochet doilies, I work bottom up. Some people work top down. This is a preference. Next, we will figure out the number of stitches using 3 double crochets per square. This means that each square is equivalent to 3 stitches. And then we will add a border to each side. So before I begin, I will teach you some basic crochet symbols that are commonly found in pattern charts and are used in the Stitch Fiddle program. The first one is the chain symbol. When you see this, it is equivalent to 1 chain. The second one is the double crochet symbol. One of these means 1 double crochet. So an open box would look like this, and a closed box would look like this. You don't need to learn chart symbols, but I do find them helpful. For the third symbol that I have chosen, I am substituting in a triple crochet together to represent 3 double crochets. I would have preferred an image that showed 3 double crochets side by side, but this is the closest symbol that I could find in this free version of Stitch Fiddle. An open filet crochet square looks like this, and a closed one looks like this. My sample is for the letter S, and I have chosen to make it 5 boxes wide and 7 boxes tall. This is the equivalent to 15 stitches wide and 7 stitches tall. I added triangles to the corners to show where the S would have curves. To make the image pop, it needs to have a border of open boxes. I have chosen to do 2 rows and 2 columns on each side. That makes the doily 15 stitches plus 6 on each side. So now it is 27 stitches wide and 11 stitches tall. When we make a word or a picture motif crochet doily, it's a good idea to give it a frame or a border. So I am going to add a solid border around the whole doily, so that will add 3 stitches on each side and 1 row on the top and 1 on the bottom. So now it's 27 stitches plus 6 more stitches wide and 13 stitches tall. But remember that each box starts with a chain and ends in a double crochet. So that means the right side of each box is a double crochet. So now we have 3 double crochets on the left and 4 on the right. You will want them to be an equal number of stitches on both sides. So we need to add 1 more double crochet to the left side of the project. So finally we come to a total of 34 stitches wide and 13 stitches tall. For the third video, I will talk about how to create your first row. I will give an example using a chain plus a double crochet row, or another one using a chainless foundation double crochet. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.